Yeah, it's Meltagun. Today you can call me Lawyer Melty. Objection, Melty. Yes, I'm very excited because today we are starting our long journey of playing Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright, the trilogy series on the PC. Yes, it's so much easier to deal with than on the DS, although I do have the old cartridges. I used to play the heck out of this game back when I was, I think, like a freshman in college? Early college undergrad years. Yes, it was a good time. I got maybe way too invested in shipping in this series. So I'm assuming those ships will be setting sail soon. I'll remember how passionate I was about them. Yeah, well, I'm not going to tell you who. It's probably very obvious, but I'm not going to tell you who. Today, we got... This is one of my oldest wigs. This wig is super old, and it still is in pretty good condition. You know, looks good. Anyway, silver for Miles Edgeworth. I don't have a cravat, so this was the fanciest shirt I have. Maroon nails. It looks red, though, on the camera, but that's fine. Gotta pay homage to my boy. It's my favorite out of the whole series. Yeah. I don't think I know. Yes. Who will your favorite be? If you've already watched this series, or if you've already played this series, we're in for a good time, and for those of you who never even heard of it, or you never experienced it, well, buckle up, because it is a ride. You got the regular courtroom stuff, like crime drama, but it's also like Japanese, so there's a lot of crazy shenanigans. I don't know anything about like law, but I've heard certain things in here are very specific, I guess, to Japan. I mean, it's like fake, you know, because it's a game. But I guess it's very different how they do stuff in the legal sphere than how we do stuff. So that's always fun to learn about too. Yeah. So you ready to get started? We're going to play game 1. This time, obviously, we're going to start at the beginning. And yeah, I can't wait. It's been so long since I haven't replayed these, I think, since that time. So you ready to get started? Let's do this. All right, so let's do this, shall we? Let's see if this setup works here. Oh my god, this is so exciting. This is so exciting. All right, well, hold on. What are some options? Hold on. Oh wow, we have options. If I make it in Japanese with a... Okay, never mind. We can't play in Japanese because that'll make it hard for everyone, won't it? It'll be hard for me too, I think, with legal stuff. Hold on. That, okay. Einsburg? I can't, I don't know. Is... Right? Nope, not gonna even try that one. I don't know. E? In Japanese, it's igiyari, right? So it sounds kind of similar-ish. Chinese, ne? Oh, it's random people. It's not... I thought they were all Phoenix. You gotta... Okay, sorry. I'm having too much fun with this. Okay, here we go. Let's keep everything the same. There's vibration? Whatever. I think everything else is good. Let's go back. I'm very excited. Okay, let me just look. Man, I feel like I need the back... Well, obviously it's in order, right? I feel like I need the background pictures of all 4 people for me to get... Well, except for the first one didn't have that, huh? Alright, here we go. Episode 1, the first turnabout. Yes. This is so exciting! This is so exciting. I'm so excited. How much will I remember? That's the thing. I remember this one. Everyone remembers this one. Damn it! Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I gotta find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. Did you guys watch the anime? I watched the anime. It was a time. The intros were great. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Mamma mia. Oh, hi, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Hold on, I'm gonna turn... You know, I think we should be fine. I'm so scared of everything and everyone on YouTube as far as, like, copyright. We'll find out, I suppose. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. Are you allowed to do that as a lawyer? I guess it's whatever, right? Right? I guess so. It's more like investigation side. You can't be like knowing people, because that could be, you know. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! This one. Hey there, Larry. What was this guy's name in Japanese? It was something like Yahari something. Yahari something. I don't remember most of the Japanese names because, you know, the anime was only a certain amount of time. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him. Oh, Feeney's so young. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. Well, when do you think they met? When do you think they met? One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. And that I owe him one. Which is why I took the case to clear his name. How long does it take to become a lawyer? Not that long, right? I mean, I'm not trying to make it sound easy. You go to undergrad and then you go to law school for what, like 2 years? Is it the same as other, like, a lot of other grad programs? I have no idea. And that's just what I'm gonna do! August 3rd, 10 o'clock. District Court, courtroom number 2. It looks good, dude. It's so crystal clear. And big. I'm used to playing it on a teeny little DS screen. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Oh, I forgot about this dude! The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ahem. Mr. Wright. This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Hands shaking. Eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. It's a Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Look how good and crystal clear Feeny looks. Looks good. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's, wait. Uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up for this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim? Of course I know the victim's name. Just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it out any time. Let's do that. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. It, to me, looks like a cookie. It always looked like a cookie. It always will be kind of a cookie. Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death, 7:31, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. The cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Wait, what is R? Oh, we get to see everyone's age! I'm so nosy like that, you know? Mia Fey, 27, chief attorney at Fey & Co. Like, how long does it take for you to become a chief attorney? Is she like a miracle worker? I feel like when you think of, like, these people, they're older, right? Maybe not. I don't know. My boss, and a very good defense attorney. Oh my god, we are little. We are young. Larry Buds, age 23. The defendant in this case, a likable guy who has been my friend since grade school. Cindy Stone. Look at that hair. Age 22. The victim in this case, a model. She lived in an apartment by herself. Winston Payne, age 52. The prosecutor for this case. Lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Okay, well, let's go back. Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cinderblock. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct? Now tell me what was the cause of death. She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct? You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon of this statue was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepted into evidence. Statue. These sound effects are like sending me, man. It's been so long since I've heard them. A statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. I did. I'm good. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case, sorry. You'll get the chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Here we go! Ahem. I am so excited. I'm so excited. Mr. Butts, is it true that the victim recently had dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Anthony? Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. You know, like couples do. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. Ooh, it's an American passport. Wait, is this supposed to be set in America? I get so freaking turned around all the time with this. This is set in America. This is set in America? This is set in America. I think so. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. So if I play this in a different language, is it supposed to be, like, if it's in Korea, or if they're speaking Korean, is it set in Korea, so the passport will be different, or is it always an American passport? I guess I'll find out later. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who give her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Okay, that's judgy much. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? Okay. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Okay, well, let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. But he just found out about it. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp. Well, did you or did you not? Heh. Heh. Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Okay. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. Because I think... Couldn't they find, like, DNA or something of him being there? Just have him answer honestly. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. I feel like it's not good to hide things that were true, right? Otherwise it makes us look suspicious. Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Yeah, I forgot. He's a little squeaky. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit. Frank Sawit to the stand. Like, saw it? All of the names are punny and like that. So if you hate that, well, you better buckle up because all of the names are like that. Mr. Sawit, which is another thing. I feel like the people who had to translate this game from Japanese, you had to be very creative. Because, like, it's hard. It's hard to do that, right? Mr. Sawit, can you sell newspaper subscriptions? Is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Oh, here we go. Witness account. Here we go. Let's do this. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. When I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Okay. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity in Mrs. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. That's a long time. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is it your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, and then point out the contradictions in the testimony. Okay, here we go. I think I know what it is, because I knew how this game works, so it's not like I wasn't thinking about it. So this is fine. Selling subscriptions when I went to the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry. Whatever. Thinking it's strange to look inside the apartment. Fine. It's the time. He said the time was weird, right? Immediately, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. So, I think... Wait, tab? Here we go. Time of death was 4 to 5 p.m. So what do you mean it was 1 p.m. when you called? So I think we present this with E. So are we ready for this? Here we go. You found the body at 1 p.m. You sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Sweating. Oh, that. Oh, This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. No. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Alright, here we go. Time of the discovery. Round 2. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. This is easy, because there's a blackout, so how are you going to watch anything on TV? I see. You heard a voice saying that had time on the tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Sometimes this game... Well, this is fine because there's not a lot, but I find sometimes you kind of know what it is. Something with this is wrong, but you're not sure which piece of evidence to put out. I remember having some trouble with this. Okay, I think it's here. And then it's the power outage, right? Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense is a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. You're moving a lot. And sweating a lot. My apologies, Your Honor. It, must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Huh? Hold on. I saw the time. There was a table clock in the apartment. The murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. Let me look at this again. Should I present? I'm just going to do it. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Yeah, right? Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Yeah. How would he know that? There's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? This music, man. It just gets you. Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw it. Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn, give him death. That was very dramatic. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, except for him freaking out, I think. Mr. Wright, Your Honor. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. You better think this carefully through. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. The fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock? Ask the neighbors? I don't know. Try sounding the clock? Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow! Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Can we? Okay. Ha! Ha ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close! Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the— Oh, no! No! Unfortunately, sends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. I can't believe I screwed it up. You treated me like a criminal. A criminal! You liars are all slime. It must have been the batteries, right? Grr! I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Well... Not so fast, Mr. Sawit! Oh, just kidding. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think it through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out a reason and you'll have your proof. She's traveling, right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha, tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Hold on, I will BRB. Okay, where were we? This was actually a terrible place to stop for me. Let's see what this evidence proves why the clock was running slow. Oh, here, right? This. We can say this. Take that. Yes. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit. Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Phoenix is so sassy and I love that about him. Well, there he goes. No, order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but the court finds a defendant, Mr. Larry Butts. Yay! Confetti! Woo woo. Gotta love it. Easy peasy, though. This one was pretty easy, ne? And with that, the court is adjourned. It's the warm-up one. It's the tutorial trial, ne? It turns out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house that day. Oh, we get the full scoop. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Phew, I still can't believe we won! Right! Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good, wait. No, I mean, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Heh. Thanks. I really owe you. 1. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, Skay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? That she took this with her, right? She took this all the way to freaking Paris and it's heavy. The bag weight minimum, girl, or maximum, right? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with you when she traveled. With her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. And everyone has cell phones, that's the clock, you know. Well, make of it what you will. Wait, at this time, did they have cell phones? I think so. It's not that long ago, but it was a while ago. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Dun dun. The end. Does this count as a full chapter? Yeah, it does. Just kidding. Okay, so that's like a super short, because they're not, obviously, they're not usually like that. So, well, Let's start this one. It feels weird. I was gonna do it, like, try to segment them up, but that was so short. Let's do it. Let's begin this one, shall we? Yes, save, please. Thanks. Okay. Here we go. Bring. Well, there's sound effects. I guess I don't need to be that person. Hello, this is Maya. Maya! Hey Maya, it's me. Mia! What's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now. You know I'm only teasing. Huh, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger, man. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. I've missed everyone. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Okie dokie. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Ho ho. You are not coniferous to my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Ho ho. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Well, red, white, blue. September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. I think we should move. Office. That smell. Blood! Sis! Someone's there! Chief! 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 Well. Maya. Dear precious Maya, who are you? The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. You want to, like, call the cops or something? Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief. Okay, oh god. Okay, here. Let's examine. Chief. It's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here... She was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The Thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. Thinker at... Okay. We know. It came back again as the... There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. I could read. Glass shards added to the court record. The broken remains of a glass light stand broken beyond all recognition. Nothing else, it seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? Oh god, I didn't... Oh, there we go. A word is written in blood on the scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? The piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Receipt added. Okay. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. What is... Hold on, what's options? Oh, we can save. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, let's go back. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Oh. Yeeps! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here. Maya. Maya Faye. Maya Faye? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her that receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Present this. E. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote on the back of this receipt. Wait, didn't he say she died instantly? I guess not. That's my name! Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would Sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. I better hurry up and call the police. How do we call the police? Wait, what happened? She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me? Can you tell me what happened? I came in, the room was dark, and Sis... So she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. It was the thinker. Okay. Is there anything to examine? The reception desk, I usually sit here. Small writing desk cluttered with office supplies. You couldn't cram more legal books in here even if you wanted to. Few could gaze upon the shelves without feeling insignificant. A large painting. I guess you'd call this modern art? I, on the other hand, call it a mistake. Okay, jeez. The sofa is for clients. It's leather. A real luxury model. Okay, how do we call the police on it? Oh, I didn't mean to do this again. Okay. Do we have a move? No. What should we do? About the thinker. The thinker? That was... Oh, Sis. Probably shouldn't have asked her about the murder weapon. I'll just show her everything, I don't know. This was lying next to the chief. I know. I saw it there too. I thought they might be pieces of the light stand. Maybe. Never heard of a glass light stand before. You want to see my badge? Sorry, I never seen that before. Okay, it's fine. Well, should we move back to the office? Oh, the phone. Here, examine the phone. Right, I'd better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Well, that's fun. Pay and Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. But all she used his PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. The chief's chair. A simple functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in too. Okay, well. What is Q? Oh, sliding over this way. Can we look at the window? This large building right across the office. The Gatewater Hotel, a nice, luxurious place. How could she freaking see if the body is... whatever. I guess we're good then? We've done what... oh. Painful to look, but I have to for Mia's sake. Looks like she was hit in the head with a blunt weapon. She probably died instantly. We read this. This didn't show... oh, this part. We did this too, though, right? It just didn't have the check mark, I guess. Encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again. I know, right? Well, I mean, the police should be here any moment, right? Because they, she told us, or she called. Here. Wee. The cops are coming. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! This big idiot. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait, she wouldn't have... nah. Whoa! Excuse me! Eek! This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not... Case closed, you're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Well, that's that then. Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention Center, Visitor's Room. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna leave it here, I think. Because this will get into the next segment. So we're gonna stop here for today. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. What's gonna happen? Is Maya the killer? Probably not, you know, but whatever. This... oh, no, I won't say that. This game has a lot of... it's cute. It gets trickier as it goes on. Some of them I remember having to look up and being like, I have no idea what to do here. So I want to try to not use a guide until I need to. That's my goal. But yeah, it gets harder. This one I don't think I should have a problem with. This one I remember pretty well, but we'll see how much I remember. Especially like middle, second game, middle, some of those cases, I don't remember anything. So yeah, I hope you're looking forward to this series. We're going to do them not back to back to back. So if you came here just for this and this is like one of the first videos you've seen of me, hi, hello. We were doing Yakuza before, so we're gonna finish this game, the first game of this trilogy set, and then we're gonna do Yakuza 2, Kiwami, I think, and then we're gonna do this game too. So we're gonna go Yakuza and Ace Attorney like that. So yes, but this first game is very good, and I'm looking forward to doing more chapters and cases with you all. Yeah, so until I see you and whatever I see you in next, remember to be kind to others, especially yourself. Take care, and I'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye!